division we go. Our tale of the tape is presented by Blackout Coffee for Haze Hepi versus Steve Banks.
The big fella's massive. 6'3" and 6'4", only 1 inch height difference, 2 inch reach advantage. That is not much for guys of this size, Sean.
This is fight number 6 in BKFC for Steve Banks. His 7th fight overall in the sport of bare knuckle. Banks 5-0 in pro boxing. He's had 20 pro MMA bouts, 39 in pro Muay Thai, 37 in pro kickboxing. Steve Banks told us, I want to establish a very heavy clinch in this side. I will constantly move forward as well as move laterally. I'm not going to force my power punches, but I have full belief in my power and in my accuracy.
Definitely leaner, moves better right now, so he's definitely willing to stand and train. Like you said, he wants to wear his opponent down with that clinch. Feels like he's going to get in, use body shots, use uppercuts to the clinch, pushing his opponent around, wearing him down.
Of his opponent in this heavyweight bout, Haze Hepi, Steve Banks said, in professional boxing, Haze Hepi is very much a pressure fighter, but in bare knuckle, I believe that Heppy is a fighter who will sit back and counter. I have to be aware of his counter uppercuts from range. I do not want to just stand. I want to move. Accuracy is my key to victory.
Well, he wants to be in range where he can make his opponent tense the whole time. He can't let his opponent dictate when and where the fight happens. If he's in his range, if he's in his face, he's going to tire out.
This is fight number 1 in BKFC for the Australian Haze Hepi. Heppy enters 2-0 in the sport of bare knuckle fighting, 7-2-1 in professional boxing. Heppy told us, I believe I'm a very tactical and very creative fighter. I want to stay long. My jab is my key to victory.
Well, placement of his punch is not power. Utilize speed, make sure he's landing where he wants. Like you said, Sean, he doesn't want to throw punches hard. He wouldn't want to hurt his hands. He wants to be smart and land powerful shots, but doing so just by using accuracy.
Haze Hepi said of Steve Banks, I definitely respect his toughness and his durability. I believe that Banks wants a very rugged fight. I'm going to be faster than Banks, Heppy said. I'm going to showcase my speed, showcase my footwork to negate Banks' inside pressure.
Well, he knows his opponent's going to try and get inside and lean on. He cannot let that happen. Utilizing that footwork to make sure he's out of range. Feels like he has to get his opponent reacting to his feints, and then he can get in and land powerful shots.
Heppy said it's about my jab, it's about my feint, staying long, level changes, keep moving creatively and effectively from the outside.
Footwork and angles, those were his keys, movement.
To get our feature fight started, back to the ring at Jeff Houston.
We are now set for our feature fight of the night, scheduled for 5 2-minute rounds in the heavyweight division, presented to you by Blackout Coffee Company. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the red corner, tonight he wears black and white. He stands 6 feet 5 inches tall. His official weight, 284.2 pounds. His overall bare knuckle fighting record stands at 4 victories opposite 2 defeats. Fighting out of Jeffersonville, Indiana, USA, here is Steve Panda Banks. And across the ring, his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. Tonight he wears black and silver. He stands 6 feet 3 inches tall. His official weight, 270.6 pounds. His overall bare knuckle fighting record stands undefeated at 2-0, and tonight makes his anticipated BKFC debut. Fighting out of Gold Coast, Queensland, Australia, here is Haze the Huntsman Heppy. And our referee in charge of the action, Kerry Hadley.
Steve Banks said, I have to keep moving, but in doing so, I also have to continually be in front of Haze Hepi. Two very talented, extremely powerful heavyweights. Respect flowing both directions. Full shake of hands. The hug, the bell. Round number 1. Black and white trucks for the American Steve Banks. Black trucks for the Australian Haze Hepi. The left hook. Big swings from both men. Banks resetting on the outside. See the hand fighting. Left hook from Heppy. Stiff jab.
The jab is continually ready for Heppy.
Lever, there's 2 to the body from Heppy. They make it 2 to the head. There's the right hand. Definitely blocked by Banks. Striking time is over. Rear left hand.
I'm surprised Banks isn't trying to clinch. Slow this guy down a little bit. He's getting hit with too many jabs.
Hand on the fast jab. He told us he feels he's extremely fast for a heavyweight, showcasing his speed. Now is Haze Hepi.
And that back Banks off.
Dig into the inside. On the head feint and the feint step, Haze Hepi. Again, there's the left hand from Banks, right hand, and that drops Steve Banks clean from Haze Hepi. Up at 7 is Steve Banks, taking the full mandatory 8 from Kerry Hadley.
And Banks had better start utilizing the clinch I was talking about.
Banks bleeding from both nostrils. Heppy cool as you like, taking his time after the knockdown, looking for precision. There's the left hand, the right hand from Heppy. 30 seconds remaining, round number 1. On the left hand, big right hand knockdown number 2. We might be done. Yep. We are a huge win for Haze Hepi.
Banks usually so tough and so durable. He just couldn't deal with that power, those clean shots from Heppy. And Heppy did everything he wanted to do in that fight, Sean. Landed clean, moved the entire time, wasn't there to get hit. Just right on the button. Perfectly placed right hand. And like Parker said there, he said, boxers are crazy, but you guys are even more. I've said it many times. Even boxers and even MMA guys says, you bare knuckle guys, something's wrong with you.
We go to Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee in charge of the action, Kerry Hadley, steps in calling a stop to the fight at 1 minute 36 seconds into round number 1. For your winner by KO, Haze the Huntsman, Heppy.
All right, the sportsmanship here tonight in Florence. Haze Hepi, welcome to the BKFC. That's how you make a first impression. Let's talk about this, man. You landed some heavy shots. He got up after a hard knockdown, but you had to put him to sleep.
Yeah, man, he's a very tough man, so I knew it'd be a good fight. I'm quite glad that I sort of got clipped myself and blooded this amazing ring here in the BKFC in Italy. I mean, I'm just very grateful to Gabriel, David Feldman, and all the crew here in Italy. Thank you so much, guys.
Welcome to BKFC, my friend. We know you are going to be a force in this heavyweight division. Ladies and gentlemen, Haze the Huntsman, Heppy.
And what a performance for Heppy. That was a tall order of knocking out Banks in the first round. We don't see that. Unbelievable job.
Steve Banks has proven himself to be an elite level heavyweight in BKFC, and he simply had no answers for the speed, the power, the precision, and the tactics of Haze Hepi. 2 knockdowns to the knockout. Clean with the right hand. That is the finish. The winner by way of first round KO, Haze Hepi defeats Steve Banks.
Welcome to the new BKFC app. Get monthly BKFC events for $7.99.
This is the best show in combat sports.
Always crazy. Enjoy our all-new library of content, including behind-the-scenes access, exclusive BKFC original series, and additional live bare-knuckle fights from around the globe. Knuckle up with the new BKFC app, only $7.99 per month. April 18th, the world's most exciting combat sport, Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship, finally debuts in Australia, and we're bringing the heavyweight action. In the main event, heavyweights Haze the Hooligan Hepi and Krzysztof Big Man Wisniewski, a rematch to settle unfinished business. In the co-main event, Mark Flanagan has the hometown crowd behind him, but Dylan Pasovich brings knockout power that ends fights fast. Watch the Australian debut of Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship live on the BKFC app. Download it at bkfc.com.
Haze Hepi versus Krzysztof Wisniewski. Our tale of the tape is presented by Russia.
And the two things we really have to look at here, both guys 6'3", but it's that significant 7-inch reach for Heppy, but also almost a 40-pound weight advantage. He can get in, push his opponent around, lean on him, he can wear him out.
To get our main card started from here in Rome, we send it to Jeff Houston.
Hello, 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 Roma! Ladies and gentlemen, tonight our modern-day gladiators toe the line in tribute and honor to the original, ancient gladiatorial spirit in the beautiful city of Rome, Italy, as we present to you tonight the most violent, the most brutal combat sport on planet Earth today. Ladies and gentlemen, from the Palazzo dello Sport, welcome to BKFC 83! We are set for the next fight of the night, scheduled for 5 two-minute rounds in the heavyweight division. Presented to you by Russia, the official recovery and performance partner of BKFC. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the red corner. Tonight he wears green and black. He stands 6 feet 3 inches tall. His official weight, 228.6 pounds. His MMA record stands at 2-0 and holds a BKFC record at 1-0. Fighting out of Coventry, England, by way of Poland, here is Krzysztof Big Man Wisniewski. And across the ring, his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. Tonight he wears red trimmed in gold and black. He stands 6 feet 3 inches tall. His official weight, 264.4 pounds. His overall bare knuckle fighting record stands undefeated at 3-0. Fighting out of Ōtautahi, Aotearoa, Christchurch, New Zealand, by way of Gold Coast, Queensland, Australia. Here is Haze, the Huntsman, and our referee in charge of the action, Big Dan Mergliata.
Krzysztof Wisniewski told us, I definitely respect the hand speed of Haze Hepi, but I will show that I am the faster fighter. Full handshake, both men up to scratch. Round number 1. Maroon trunks for the Australian Haze Hepi. Black trunks for the Pole mixed in England, Krzysztof Wisniewski. See the jabs being caught with the open left hands of Wisniewski. Measured start for both men. High guard, there's the fast jab from Heppy. Not getting that jab through. Jab to the body. Patient, measured start. Two powerful heavyweights, and there's the power there from Heppy.
You can tell how hard Heppy throwing those hard punches, that turns the opponent.
These are powerful heavyweights. These are two very tactical, intelligent heavyweights. As you see from the start of this fight, big step and jab from Wisniewski.
Wisniewski better work on that defense because he's getting hard as a clean, solid shot.
3-2 combination, not there for Heppy, but it took Viznevki off his striking line.
Still hurt. He's got to be smart and careful.
Up at 7 is Haze Hepi, the mandatory 8 from Dan Bertoliano. Heppy through the right, the counter left hand from Viznevki sent Heppy to the canvas.
And Heppy better be careful at this point. Move around.
Short right hand from Heppy.
It might be the time to tie up.
There's the foot feint from Viznevki. 20 seconds remaining, round number 1.
And that's just amazing because
double jab, right hand, swing and a miss. There's the counter jab for Viznevki off the Heppy miss with the right hand.
Viznevki talked about just landing accurate shots. Man, he threw some power.
Counter left hand again. Now the rear right uppercut lands from Viznevki off the forward pressure of Heppy. We move to round 2.
And that one punch really changed the outcome of that round. I thought it was pretty one-sided before that for Heppy, but man, one punch changes everything in the sport. Just a beautiful right hand right on the chin. And that hurt Heppy. Right on the butt. I'm impressed that Heppy took that shot and got back up. It took him a minute to really get his feet back underneath him, but he did a good job of recovering. He looked fine after that. I thought he needed to be a little more careful, tie up your opponent a little bit more. He didn't feel like he needed to, and he was right.
Okay, take your time, you all right?
Chris, I'm so happy we work in a sport where the owners are never boring. One of the many great things about combat sports.
Well, at this point, I mean, Heppy has to understand he can't get hurt in this fight. He's got to be very careful not to get knocked down again. You never know if you're going to be able to get your legs back underneath you. He was looking very good before that landing, clean and a powerful shot. Just really got to focus on that defense.
Round 2. Viznevki immediately to the jab and to his back foot. Measured forward pressure to start the second round for Haze Hepi. Good jab from Viznevki. The fighter's listed at 6'3". Viznevki appears to be taller. That's accentuated by the tall stance, but of course, Chris, heights are always on the honor system in combat sports. Big right hand on the step in from Viznevki. And it can't just off the mark.
Just not looking to load up.
Counter right hand from Heppy on the left hand.
You can just see the weight difference, the power difference.
Right to the body. Overhand right hand. Swings, crushing right hand from Heppy. Viznevki took that exceedingly well, but he's on his back foot. Heppy on his front foot. There's the lead hook from Viznevki.
Viznevki has a chin. He's taking some massive shots.
70 seconds remaining, round number 2. Thought this would be a fun heavyweight fight. It's a really fun heavyweight fight. Triple jab in from Heppy. Left hook not there from Viznevki. See the measuring jab from Krzysztof Wisniewski. 50 seconds remaining in this second round. Flick up jab from Heppy. We've seen power and explosions, Chris. We're not seeing recklessness from either man. Again, these are two really intelligent fighters.
It's a very technical fight.
See the open hands of Viznevki looking to catch and counter, measuring on the jab. Viznevki staying on his back foot. Heavy feints from Haze Hepi. 20 seconds remaining, round 2.
I like the stutter step. I like the feints and level changes. Both guys doing a good job of setting up their offense.
Right hand, counter, right hand, left hook, and the left hand getting through from Viznevki. Countering the counter. Overhead right out there. From the center circle, Heppy. The bell, next up, round 3.
I mean, with the exception of that one devastating punch, Heppy's looked very good. Still getting hit with some shots, but there's that Viznevki right hand. Heppy coming in with hard shots. Landed some very powerful blows.
Confirmation, round number 3 is upon us.
And against lesser opponents, this fight would have been over. Both these guys have landed some massive shots.
Both fighters have most definitely had their moments. The biggest moment of this fight, though, in round number 1, the counter from Krzysztof Wisniewski dropping Haze Hepi. See the blood smear. In around and under the left eye of Haze Hepi as we start the 3rd round.
Heppy might have a sense of urgency at this point. He might feel like he has to get a knockout.
See the measuring jab. That's a very fast jab. Heppy exploding from orthodox. Fast to the body from orthodox with the left jab for Viznvki. See now Heppy with the open lead hand looking to catch and counter. Right hand off the mark. He's going to turn over the right hook. Stab in from Viznvki. Overhand right, Krzysztof Wisniewski. Heppy rolling with that overhand. To the front foot goes the Australian Haze Hepi.
So Heppy with a big weight advantage. You think he might want to get in and try to push his opponent around, wear him down.
Viznvki circling out. Forward pressure again. Subtle methodical from Haze Hepi. Out to the mid-range. Lowering his stance, Krzysztof Wisniewski. 50 seconds remaining round 3. Overhand right off the mark. Stiff jab from Heppy.
Viznvki just a machine walking through every one of those difficult, hard shots.
Viznvki getting the up jab through. That was definitely blocked, caught by Haze Hepi. Now into the clinch. Quick separation. Good refereeing from Dan Mergliata in active clinch.
And Heppy with that weight advantage. Heppy's leaning on my opponent, trying to push him around and wear him down a little bit.
Jab from Heppy, just off the mark. There's the foot feint that Heppy talked to us about at our fighter meeting. Foot feint again. The fighters looking to catch and counter. There's the big right hand.
He's hurt.
Heppy coming forward to the inside, right hand, left hand. 5 seconds, round number 3. There is the bell.
And Viznvki very fortunate at the end of that round that it was over. He's still hurt. He's wobbling. And he's taking some massive shots and not gone down thus far. But that should give Heppy a little bit of confidence at this point, knowing he can't hurt this opponent. He was 1 punch away from doing serious damage.
Control that breathing, control that breathing for the Krzysztof.
See the cut is in the left eyelid of Haze Hepi.
Dramatic spot. And here's the end of that round. Right on the neck, followed with the left hook. And that wobbled Wisniewski.
Good. You're looking good, buddy.
Seconds out called. Here comes round number 4. Haze Hepi entering 1-0 in BKFC, 3-0 overall in the sport of bare knuckle. Krzysztof Wisniewski, home based in England, entering 1-0 in bare knuckle fighting championship. Dan Mergliata bringing both heavyweights up to scratch. Timeout called.
Not in a good spot, Sean. I don't like it.
The cut left eyelid of Haze Hepi.
Oh, no.
Dan Mergliata saying that this fight is over, and victory for Krzysztof Wisniewski.
That is exactly what I was worried about. He was in a bad spot. Fighter's safety always comes first, but man, that was a good fight. I was really looking forward to seeing the next round.
This will be ruled as a physician stoppage TKO officially. 2 minutes of round number 3. And Krzysztof Wisniewski now 2-0 bare knuckle fighting championship.
And that was a very good performance. I was very impressed. I thought that was going to be a difficult fight for him, being so much lighter. Man, he came forward. That right hand really changed the whole fight, in my opinion.
Haze Hepi remains an elite heavyweight in BKFC despite this loss. And Krzysztof Wisniewski has most definitely elevated himself now in the pantheon of BKFC stacked heavyweight division. This past June, Wisniewski's BKFC debut, a 2nd round KO versus Ty Tetley. And now, the third round physician stoppage TKO win versus Haze Hepi. Viznvki, the lone knockdown in this fight, dropping Heppy in round number 1. We go to Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, on the advice of our ringside physician, our referee in charge of the action, Big Dan Mergliata, calls a stop to this fight at the conclusion of round number 3. For your winner, by TKO, Krzysztof Big Man Wisniewski.
Great fight for Viznvki. Just looked phenomenal. Didn't get rattled, took some really hard shots and delivered his own. What a performance.
Haze Hepi most definitely had his moments. Ferocious power punches, accuracy, showing great resiliency, excellent defense, and brilliant offense of his own. The victor, Krzysztof Wisniewski, dropping Heppy in round number 1 and then getting the victory before round 4 starts. The winner, by way of physician stoppage TKO, 2 minutes of round number 3, Krzysztof Wisniewski defeats Haze Hepi. Yes, thank you.
You can see the wire, can you? You can see the wire, but
Just a few hours ago at BKFC 88, we saw a night of epic fights and a new champion crowned in Denver. Now, Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship pushes forward, taking our next step on a global march. The world's most exciting combat sport makes its long-awaited debut in Australia, where warriors rise and reputations are tested. In the co-main event, local favorite Mark Flanagan looks to shine in front of his hometown crowd, but he faces a serious test in Dylan Pasovich. Then, in the main event, it's unfinished business. Haze the Huntsman Heppy gets a shot at redemption after a hard-fought loss in Italy, stepping back in against Krzysztof Big Man Wisniewski, who aims to confirm his place as a legitimate heavyweight threat. Live inside the Townsville Convention Center, this is BKFC Fight Night, Australia, and it starts right now!
Tonight's Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship, presented by Bucked Up, Feel Like $1 Million, is making its debut in Australia, as we're in Townsville, on the northeastern coast of Queensland. Headed your way, it's BKFC Fight Night Australia, and we will open with 3 preliminary bouts, which includes Chris Drummond versus Asher Jack in the light heavyweight division. Our co-main in the heavyweight division features 2 former pro boxing world title challengers, Mark Flanagan versus Dylan Pasovich. And our main event, a rematch in the heavyweight division, Haze Hepi versus Krzysztof Wisniewski. Hey everyone, with Chris Lights Out Lytle, I'm Sean Wheelock. Tonight it's our Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship debut in Australia as we are in Townsville. And Chris, with this, Australia becomes BKFC Nation number 12.
Sean, so many countries open up, so many states. The thing about this one that I really love, Australia, a special place to me. I fought there a few times, and let me tell you, Sean, from the beginning of the first fight to the end of the last one, that crowd was there, they were loud. They really love their combat sports. They're going to be hype and ready to go tonight.
Our main event, a rematch set for the heavyweight division, Haze Hepi versus Krzysztof Wisniewski.
And Viznvki last time got the win due to a cut, and I can tell you ever since that, Haze Hepi, he's been wanting this rematch. He's looking forward to it. He wants to right that wrong, and he's really coming to win tonight.
Chris, you have tonight's fight odds. They're presented by BetBKFC.com.
And unbelievable. Look at these odds, all so close. That means that's great matchmaking. I talked about it at the beginning. Haze Hepi really wants to win this at -120. I love that bet.
Alp Nicotine Pouches presents the unified rules of bare knuckle fighting, administered this evening here in Australia by the Mohegan Tribe Department of Athletic Regulation. There is no 3 knockdown rule. All kicks, knees, and elbows are illegal, as are all takedowns and submissions. We open tonight with a bout in the heavyweight division. Darcy Brain versus Richie Faoso. Our tale of the tape is presented by Bucked Up Energy Drink.
Sean, you're not going to get much bigger differences in this Brain with a 7-inch height advantage, a 4-inch reach advantage, a 70-pound weight advantage. All the advantages in his favor at this point.
Fighting here in his home city, Townsville, Richie Faoso set for his bare knuckle fighting championship debut. Faoso has had 2 professional boxing matches.
And Sean, you can just see the way he came out, light on his feet, and he's going to have to utilize that speed advantage he's going to have. Quick move, in and out, stick, hit and don't get hit. He has to do these things against a very big, very powerful individual that he's fighting.
Australia was an outstanding bare-knuckle boxing nation in the second half of the 1800s. And tonight, the bare-knuckle fighting championship debut.
Sean, the good thing is that is a big weight difference, but in heavyweight, sometimes that doesn't make as big of a difference. Whoever can get in, the cleaner, faster striker has a great chance of winning.
From Sunshine Coast here in Australia, Darcy Brain set for his bare-knuckle fighting championship debut. You saw it on the tail of the tape, it bears repeating. Brain 6'7", 335.9 pounds. He's officially the heaviest fighter in the history of BKFC.
And let's see if that makes a difference. He has got to get that weight behind the punch. He's got to land a shot. That's the main thing. Doesn't really matter how strong you are, how powerful you are. If you don't have accuracy, if you can't land a punch, it does nothing. However, if you do land that punch, it does help to be bigger and stronger.
Faoso is a massive heavyweight at 6', 262.3 pounds, and Brain 6'7", 335.9 pounds. To get our evening started, we send it to ring announcer Steve
Good
Payos.
evening, ladies and gentlemen, and it is a very warm welcome for the very first time, bare knuckle fans. We are live and we are down under. This is BKFC Fight Night Australia. Welcome this evening to everybody that has joined us here inside the Townsville Exhibition and Convention Centre, and those watching this broadcast around the world. Good morning and good evening. We are ready, and I ask you, Townsville, are you ready for the first time to knuckle up Australia? On behalf of BKFC President Dave Feldman, we are very proud to be here in Australia for the very first time. 10 magnificent bare knuckle bouts on our professional card this evening. It's all brought to you by our principal partners this evening, Bucked Up Energy Drinks. Feel like $1 million. We're almost ready, so ladies and gentlemen, keep that noise nice and loud. It's time to get started. This is our first bout of the evening. We are penciled in 3 2-minute rounds. We are in the BKFC heavyweight division. This bout, once again, brought to you by Bucked Up. Feel like $1 million. We move to my right first, ladies and gentlemen, and we introduce the man fighting out of the red corner. He wears the all-black trunks, standing 6 feet tall, weighing in 119 kilograms or 262.3 pounds. He makes his bare-knuckle debut right here at BKFC, hailing from right here in Townsville, Queensland, Australia. Here is your former rugby league powerhouse. This is Richie Faoso. Now we move across the squared circle. It is time to introduce his opponent. This man's fighting out of the blue corner. He wears the all-black trunks, standing 6 feet 6 inches tall, weighing in 152.4 kilograms or 335.9 pounds. Making his bare-knuckle debut right here at BKFC as well. He hails from the Sunshine Coast in Queensland, Australia. Ladies and gentlemen of Townsville, let's make some noise as we welcome Darcy Brain. When the action gets underway, your referee in charge, the very experienced Dan Miragliotta.
All right, gentlemen, let's get on the toes. We're going to toe the line, gentlemen.
Dan Miragliotta calling both of these big heavyweights up to scratch.
Yep. All right. All right, toe the line. Ready? Ready? Buckle up.
Round number 1. Black and red trunks for Richie Faoso. Solid black trunks for Darcy Brain.
I really like the way Faoso's ducking, head movement, trying not to get in.
There's the step in left hand from Brain. Faoso on the reset. From the outside. Feigning with the overhand right, Faoso. And off of the jab. Clean left hand and
Big size and power difference.
6.
Walks right into that punch.
8. Put your hands
Faoso
up.
might be in some trouble. He might want to move around a little bit.
All right, ready?
Be careful coming in.
Mandatory 8 count given to Faoso from Dan Mergliata, right back to it.
Oh, yeah, Faoso's hurt bad.
Heavy on the head and neck goes Darcy Brain. Tried to work to the guillotine. There's the soft warning given to Brain by Mergliata.
Buckle up.
On the restart, 65 seconds remaining, round number 1, scheduled for 3 in the heavyweight division.
Even that jab, even the jab has hurt Faoso.
There's that 2 again on the left hand.
Faoso's in huge trouble at this point. He's got to start moving.
Faoso trying to find the right hand, trying to find the entry. There's that big left hand again. Brain really timing that rear left hand thus far in this fight from southpaw. Faoso again readjusting his mouthpiece. Brain staying long off of the jab to the inside, right hand on the exit. Overhand right from Faoso. Faoso now to the inside, rear right uppercut, slick from Brain.
Brain is actually a better fighter than I thought he'd be. I thought he might be a little slow, but he's actually looking very, very crisp.
Brain crisp with his defense as well, as you see continually blocking that right hand of Richie Faoso. Faoso struggling with his mouthpiece as well.
Absolutely.
There's the big right hand from Brain again. Now the right hand, left hand from Darcy Brain. Faoso trying to throw back, but taking 2 big jabs. Again, Faoso continues to readjust his mouthpiece. The bell, the end of round 1.
And Faoso desperately needed that round to be over. I don't know if that mouthpiece doesn't fit or if he got his teeth jacked up, but man, he's having serious problems. Brain, I mean, he moves very well for a guy his size, throwing nice, crisp, clean shots. Look, just a nice straight left. I'm impressed that Faoso didn't go down more than once, to be honest with you. He took some massive shots in that round. And really, if he can't get his mouthpiece adjusted properly, he's going to be at great risk of getting knocked out and having his teeth hurt.
See the small mouse under the right eye of Darcy Brain.
If I'm in the corner of Faoso, I'm telling him, work your way inside, try and utilize a little bit of clinch. You don't want to really lean on him, but you want to try and get on his neck, wear him down a little bit, slow him down in some way. But he's looking very good at this point.
Round 2. Right back to the jab goes Darcy Brain. He was so effective with that right hand jab from southpaw throughout round number 1. From orthodox, rear right hand to the body from Faoso, showing the creativity.
I like the punch.
Through it, there's that rear right hand again to the body, now to the head.
See, he's confusing his opponent. He throws it to the body a few times. Upstairs will open up. He's not gonna like those body shots. Brain.
Faoso lowering his stance. Trying the time to step in left hand on the reset, and again Faoso, Chris, continuing to be plagued by his mouthpiece, ill-fitting. Left to the body. Faoso trying to turn up the volume here in round number 2 from what we saw from him in round 1.
He definitely needs to.
There's the left hand. Step in, chest to chest, Darcy Brain back to the outside. Brain thus far all the way out or all the way in. Faoso from the mid-range, sitting on that right hand. There's the big left hand entry from Darcy Brain. Brain on the jab, duck under from Faoso. Exhale from Brain on the reset, swing and a miss from Faoso. Left hand from Brain, more big shots on the inside. Faoso completely loses his mouthpiece. He's in all sorts of trouble. Brain suddenly can see the finish line, trying to reach it. 35 seconds remaining, round 2, and time called by Dan Mergliata.
Put that in your mouth. Put that in your mouth.
Neutral sequence. Mergliata retrieving the mouthpiece.
All right, timing.
Faoso mouthpiece back in.
Faoso better hope that Brain just punched himself out. He better jump all over him because he's in big trouble.
Time in, right hand, double right hand, but there's the counter right then the left from Faoso after Brain landed twice. Brain again from the outside. Big exhale from Faoso coming forward to the mid-range. There's the left hand on the right hand from Ferocious shots now from Darcy Brain. Brain again on the left hand. On the overhook. Effective right uppercuts from the overhook. Left hand. Again, Faoso finding himself in all sorts of trouble. Takes the left hook. The bell, the end of round 2.
Sean, I gotta tell you, I'm extremely impressed with Faoso's chin. He took some massive shots in that round. Mouthpiece went flying out, but his balance was up. He never hit the ground. That was impressive. And here, some of the handiwork from Brain, just teeing off on his opponent, landing clean. The mouthpiece goes flying out, but Faoso continues just to throw back. There were several times I thought, okay, he might be going down with this shot. Look at that mouthpiece. It just ended up in the first row. And you have to think, I mean, Faoso has lost both those first 2 rounds, got knocked down in one of them. He has to come out and try to get the knockout.
Set for the 3rd and final round of this heavyweight bout. Bout number 1 of 10.
Come on, I want you inside. You guys
BKFC Australia debut is here in Townsville.
Come here, stand here.
Dan Mergliata bringing both fighters up to scratch.
Time, go to the neutral corner.
This is a medical timeout called by Dan Mergliata. Darcy Brain sent to a neutral part of the ring. So you see the chief medical officer of BKFC, Dr. Don Muzzi.
Where's the fucking cut man for the red corner?
But you guys are going to be sitting there, right? Okay. You're happy
Dr.
with it?
Muzzi
Okay,
working in conjunction
total line.
with the Queensland Commission. Medical clearance now to the 3rd and final round.
Knuckle up!
Faoso forward off of scratch. Brain taking himself backwards to do that. Come forward with the left hand. Heavy again to the inside comes Darcy Brain. Brain on the left hand.
Faoso, he needs to get off first. He cannot sit there and wait to counter his opponent.
Lean left hand. Faoso trying to find that right hand.
Fight it. Break. You're off the stroke.
Blood on the back of Richie Faoso.
Let's go. Knuckle up.
Swing and a miss from Faoso. Swing and a miss from Brain, but now he lands the right hand. Good head movement from Faoso.
Faoso looks exhausted at this point, but he's got to suck it up. He's got to try and land some hard shots if he wants to have any chance at winning.
The blood on Faoso is from Darcy Brain. You see his cut outside of his right brow. 70 seconds remaining in this fight.
Let's go. Hands up. Knuckle up. Let's go.
Stiff left hand, now the right hand. More big shots to the inside. Faoso trying to throw back. Stepping back is Richie Faoso.
Just exhausted.
Huge left hand again. Darcy Brain doing an excellent job of controlling range all the way out or all the way in. And on cue, all the way in on the right hand to the head from Darcy Brain. Again, chest to chest. Faoso trying to counter, but playing a lot of defense. Triple left hand. That was slick from Darcy Brain.
Even some good body work by Brain.
Faoso trying to find the overhand right. Hands on hips for Darcy Brain with 25 seconds remaining in this fight.
He takes a break, but he comes right back and those punches.
There's a clean right hand from Faoso. Faoso on the left hand. Brain again, smothering distance.
Hands up,
Quick separation from Dan Mergliata. One more readjustment of the mouthpiece from Faoso. Double right uppercuts. One more punch after the bell, and that ends this heavyweight fight.
And Sean, you can just hear the crowd going nuts. Told you they were going to be there. They're going to be loud. They're going to be hyped for this fight.
What happened? Oh, thank you.
Whenever the senior said, "Where's the cut man?"
Yeah, but he followed you, the fucking guy. He should have stayed with you. I'm looking like they're all like, I don't know where they're at. No, that's okay.
Darcy Brain, Richie Faoso going the distance. All 3 rounds in the heavyweight division. 1 knockdown in this fight. Brain dropping Faoso in the first round. But Chris Faoso taking some massive punches, especially in rounds 1 and 2 from Darcy Brain.
Sean, I kind of wish this was a 5-round fight because I'd love to see this keep going.
Credit Richie Faoso. Continued to land on the counter, pulling himself off of the canvas in round 1. Credit Darcy Brain. 6'7", and again a BKFC record, 335.9 pounds, showing good fluidity in his movement. Never was stuck in the mid-range, all the way out or all the way in, all the way out. Fast, long jabs, quick twos, and all the way in, smothering pressure in the clinch.
He appeared to have a very high fight IQ, which surprised me. I feel like you have a guy that big, they're just not the experience, but man, he looked good in that fight.
Scan the QR code on your screen. You can also go to BKFC.com. It's the way to watch our main card. BKFC Fight Night Australia. As we're in the state of Queensland, the city of Townsville.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to fucking
10,000 total tonight. This was 1 of 3 for our free view. The prelims.
Come on, big man.
7 bouts on the main card.
All right, hey, you guys put on a hell of a show, man. Nice
we
job.
go to Steve
fix that way. So, we just started history. And what are we to do it, right?
Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a round of applause first of all for our heavyweights. The first, BKFC, right here in Australia. After 3 magnificent rounds in the BKFC heavyweight division, we go to the judges' scorecards for the decision. Our 3 judges have scored this bout exactly the same, identically 30-26, all 3 in favour of your winner by unanimous points decision victory, blue corner, Darcy Brain!
And no surprise there, Sean. He looked dominant from the beginning to the end. Was very impressed with everything he did in this fight.
Richie Faoso showed his toughness. He showed his durability. Darcy Brain showed his skill set and excellent use of his reach advantage. Brain controlling from the outside. Heavy pressure on the inside. 1 knockdown in this fight. Brain dropping Faoso in round number 1. 30-26 across the board from the 3 Australia judges, with 10-8 for Brain in round number 1 with the knockdown. The winner by way of unanimous decision, Darcy Brain defeats Richie Faoso.
Wednesday, May 6th, it's blood for blood, 4 bands, 4 brawls. Watch the chaos unfold as Alex the Terrible, frontman of Slaughter to Prevail, performs and fights bare knuckle. It's the Russian Grizzly versus the American Cowboy, Cameron Delano. Also see brutal Jake Boswick versus Roderick Icewater Stewart, plus live performances from Black Label Society, Crowbar, and Malevolence. Heavy hits and heavy metal. Watch live on the BKFC app. Download it, BKFC.com. Friday, May 22nd, the world's most exciting combat sport, Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship returns to Coachella Valley, live from Acrisure Arena in Palm Desert. Watch pro boxing champ Jamal Herring attempt to win his first Bare Knuckle world title against the undefeated Nate Maness. Lightning fast action and knockout power you have to see live to believe. Anything can happen. Avoid the sellout. Get your tickets now at BKFC.com. That's BKFC.com.
To the light heavyweight division, our tale of the tape is presented by Ball Boys for Sebastian Temesi versus Alvin Kanhailua.
You can see here Sean Temesi with a 4-inch height advantage as well as a 3-inch reach advantage when trying to use that against Kanhailua.
From Hawaii, now based in New Zealand, Alvin Kanhailua, set for BKFC bout number 1. Kanhailua has had 2 pro MMA bouts, 1 is a pro in boxing.
Well-rounded, it sounds like you've done some MMA, some boxing. See if he can transition, understand this is different from both those sports. But regardless, Sean, I just really like saying the name, Kanhailua.
To the BKFC ring comes Alvin Kanhailua. Fighting here in his home nation, Australia, Sebastian Tessi set for his BKFC debut. Tessi has had 9 pro MMA bouts.
And Sean, that is a lot of experience. He's had triple the amount of ring walks as his opponent. Should be more relaxed, more ready for this high-level fight.
Chris, with our BKFC cards in the United States, the vast majority of fighters come from pro MMA rather than pro boxing. But here, as we make our debut in Australia, we see with our BKFC cards in England, a lot of professional boxers. Tessi comes from pro MMA, Kanhailua, MMA and boxing. But as we go down the card, you will see a lot of fighters in their BKFC debut that come directly from professional boxing.
And so it's very important for those guys who come from pure boxing to really understand his clinch, understand how it is different, understand defense. The MMA guys tend to get that a little bit more because you don't have those big gloves to block with.
Back we go to Steve Payos.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is a very warm welcome back here inside the squared circle. We are live in Townsville, North Queensland, Australia. This is BKFC Fight Night Australia. We now move on to the next bout of the evening. 3 2-minute rounds of action. We are in the BKFC Light Heavyweight Division. This bout is proudly presented by Ball Boys Skincare for Athletes. Moving to my right, first of all, ladies and gentlemen, time to introduce the man fighting out of the red corner. He wears the black and white trunks, standing 5 feet 9 inches tall, weighing in 84.05 kilograms or 185.3 pounds. Making his bare knuckle debut right here at BKFC, hailing from Aotearoa, New Zealand via Hawaii, USA. Let's welcome Alvin Kanhailua. And now we move across the squared circle. Time to introduce his opponent. Townsville, this man fights out of the blue corner. He wears the leopard trunks, standing 6 feet tall, weighing in 84.7 kilograms or 186.7 pounds. He makes his bare knuckle debut right here at BKFC, hailing from North Queensland, ladies and gentlemen, in Cairns. Let's make some noise. Australian MMA legend, this is Sebastian Tessi. When the action gets underway, your referee in charge, Andy Glenn.
All right, gentlemen, total line, total line. All right, guys, you ready? Knuckle!
Round number 1, fast start out from straight for Sebastian Temesi. He's in the leopard print trunks, black and white trunks for Alvin Kanhailua. On the left hand, and that drops Alvin Kanhailua.
They went at it right from the beginning.
5, 6, 7.
Kanhailua looks like he's all right. He's ready to go. Just got caught with a punch.
Mandatory 8 count, given to Kanhailua by Andrew Glenn. And right back to the jab goes Sebastian Temesi. There's the right hand from Kanhailua and the left hand.
He's wild.
He's opening up.
His wild shots are hard to deal with for Temesi, but man, Kanhailua pulling himself on balance.
Overhand right. Kanhailua took himself to the canvas, and then the right hand puts him back to the canvas. Knockdown number 2.
5. That's it. That's it. That's it.
This fight is over, and just like that, a lightning strike win in his BKFC debut for Sebastian Temesi.
Kanhailua tried to jump up too quick and made him off balance. We've talked about it many times, how sometimes you have to take that knee. Take your 8 count, wait to the end, and then stand up. You try and jump up right away, equilibrium is not there. And here's Kanhailua throwing a lot of hard shots, but just little counter punches. That's all it took.
Our crafted replay presented by Ford's Irish Stout. 2 knockdowns to the finish for Sebastian Temesi. Alvin Kanhailua was definitely game. He opened up. Sebastian Temesi kept his composure, found his accuracy, claims victory in BKFC bout number 1.
So it is very difficult when you have a guy who's winging punches coming at you that hard, as Kanhailua was, to find your timing, find nice clean shots. But you can see by the lump on Kanhailua's head, Temesi did find it. Temesi's still bouncing around. He wants to fight a little bit more.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's have a round of applause here inside the squared circle. It's time to make this one official. In comes at the official time, 1 minute and 13 seconds into round number 1. Your referee, Andy Glenn, has called a stop to this bout. The method of victory is a TKO in favor of your winner, blue corner, Sebastian Temesi.
Good victory for Temesi, just waited for the right time, let his opponent throw those wild shots, looked to counter and landed one.
The Hawaiian, based in New Zealand, Alvin Kanhailua let his hands go. And the Australian Sebastian Temesi kept his composure. Clean punches, hard punches throughout. 2 knockdowns of Alvin Kanhailua by Sebastian Temesi. The second knockdown, Kanhailua beating the count from Andrew Glenn, but then Glenn on the assessment, feeling that Alvin Kanhailua cannot safely continue, and that is the fight. The winner, by way of first-round technical knockout, Sebastian Temesi defeats Alvin Kanhailua.
Friday, April 24th, the world's most exciting combat sport, Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship, rumbles into the OCC Roadhouse. In the main event, Quentin Gaskins looks for his next knockout when he scraps with the man who never turns down a fight, Matt the Silencer Guyman. In the co-main event, Royal Ryan Reber clashes with Josh Preacherman Oxendine. High stakes, raw energy, no gloves. Catch all the Bones to Domes live on the BKFC app. Download it at bkfc.com. Want to wear the same gear your favorite fighters wear? You can do that at bareknuckleshop.com. From sweatshirts to t-shirts, hats, and everything in between. With fits and looks for everyone. You'll also score exclusive items and limited drops you won't find anywhere else. And right now is the time to buy. Knuckle up and save at bareknuckleshop.com.
heavyweights for you now. Our tale of the tape is presented by Forged Irish Stout for Chris Drummond versus Asher Jack.
Okay, Sean, you can see fairly similar here. Drummond does have a 3-inch height advantage, 1-inch reach advantage. Not that big of a difference for two guys at this weight class.
From Auckland, New Zealand, Asher Jack, set for fight number 1 in Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship.
Sean, I talked about just from the tail of the tape, very even, very similar, however, the experience level, Jack doesn't have it yet, so I'm very interested to see what we have. Sometimes we see guys in the first fight, they come out, they're destined to be great. Sometimes it takes guys a little bit of getting used to a new sport. We'll see what happens with this.
A look of pure intensity on the face of Asher Jack. And over the top rope and into the BKFC ring.
Just showing that athleticism.
Chancey Wilson will be proud. From the Australian island state, Tasmania, Chris Drummond now set for his BKFC debut. Drummond has had 9 pro MMA bouts, 3 as a professional in boxing.
That's what I was referring to, Sean. Just experience, making this walk, being relaxed, being confident. The more you've made the walk, the more confident you can be.
Back we go to Steve Payos.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back once again inside the squared circle. It is time for the next fight here on BKFC Fight Night Australia. We are penciled in 5 2-minute rounds in the BKFC middleweight division. This bout is proudly presented by the world's creamiest stout, Forged Irish Stout. We now move first of all to my right. We introduce the man fighting out of the red corner. He wears the all-black trunks, standing 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in 79.4 kilograms or 175.1 pounds. Making his bare knuckle debut right here at BKFC, hailing from Auckland, Aotearoa, New Zealand. It is a very warm kia ora. This is Asher Jack! And now, bare knuckle fans, we move across the squared circle. Time to introduce his opponent. He's fighting out of the blue corner. He wears blue trunks, standing 5 feet 10 inches tall. He weighed in 79.6 kilograms or 175.4 pounds. He makes his bare knuckle debut right here at BKFC, hailing from Hobart in Tasmania. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Chris the Albatross Drummond. When action gets underway, referee in charge is Andrew Glenn.
All right, guys, let's toe the line. Knuckle up!
Sporting touch of hands, round number 1. Overhand right for the Australian Chris Drummond. He's in the blue trunks. Black trunks for the fighter from New Zealand, Asher Jack. Step in jab from Jack on the right hand. Jack again heavy to the body with the right punch.
I like what I'm seeing from Drummond, though, just blocking and firing back immediately.
Big swings, good elusiveness from Chris Drummond. Drummond fast on the jab to the body. Swing and a miss, lead left hook from Chris Drummond. Step in jab from Asher Jack. That's a heavy jab from Drummond. More big wide swings for Asher Jack. Counter left hand from Chris Drummond. Drummond on the hook jab. See the abrasion that has already formed under the left eye of Chris Drummond.
You can just see as Jack throws those punches, very deliberate, a little telegraph at this point.
Left to the body, heavy into the clinch. There's the inactivity. As Jack digs the underhook on the reset from Andrew Glenn. Overhand right hand getting through from Jack. 35 seconds remaining, round number 1. Scheduled for 5 in the middleweight division. This is the remaining 7 bouts to follow. Also scheduled for 5 rounds. Step from Asher Jack.
It depends if Jack has slowed a little bit. Now starting to open up. Man, that is a good little mouse under the eye of Drummond.
Right hand from Jack. Jack on the left hook to the body. Final seconds, round number 1. Jab right back from Chris Drummond. Trying to find the sharpshooter naked too. There's the hook jab that lands. Next up, round 2.
Felt like that was a very good round for Jack. Did some damage, however, he looks a little tired at this point. Looks like he might have blown his wad in that round. His mouth was open, hands starting to lower.
Let's keep that noise nice and loud as we enjoy this great night. Thanks to our wonderful sponsors.
There's that good jab we saw from Drummond, landed a few times. See, as Drummond tried to come in, ate a punch. Good counter by Jack. And there's that aggressive style coming forth. Jack really trying to apply the pressure, but one thing it does, that wears you down, especially if you miss. Let's see how both guys adjust in this second round. Seems like a long break, so maybe they get 2 minutes in between each round. That was crazy.
Chris, when I commentated the late great World Lightweight Championship in Myanmar, it was 90 seconds. That felt like a really long time.
Time. My time. Step over here. Step over here.
Medical timeout called by referee Andrew Glenn. This will be the assessment of Chris Drummond's left eye.
Well, let him go. Okay.
Medical clearance. Now set for round number 2.
And let's see if that puts some intensity into what Chris Drummond needs to do. He knows they're looking at me. I might want to try and finish this fight.
A jab again from Drummond. Exploding in with the right hand, Asher Jack. Swing and a miss, lead left hook from Drummond. Swing and a miss, overhand right. Deep swelling though. Drummond's closed eye. There's the right hand through from Jack. And to the canvas on the left to the body goes Chris Drummond.
Nice clean shot by Jack.
6, 7.
Up at 7 as Chris Drummond takes the mandatory 8 from Andrew Glenn.
Okay.
This fight is over. And victory for the fighter from New Zealand, Asher Jack.
And we knew nothing about Jack. He hadn't made this walk. What a victory. It's a little wild coming out, but man, he punches hard, he throws hard, and he's coming to knock your head off. There was a big right hand that landed, and then he just unloaded punches, but the damage was already done. Which is a nice clean right hand landed right on the button. Andy Glenn had seen enough. He didn't like something about the way Drummond stood up, tried to move. Now he said, no, we don't need to continue with this fight.
So often in our fighter meetings, Chris,
that's what's up from New
fighters
Zealand,
talk
baby.
about, quote, letting their hands go. The fighter from New Zealand, Asher Jack, absolutely let his hands go. Heavy jabs in the right hand, always following the jab with power. This Drummond, you see immediate post-fight, his left eye nearly swollen shut. Drummond tried to find his counter timing, tried to find his counter striking, that counter rhythm. But Asher Jack just ferocious from the start of this fight and really opening up with big, wide, heavy punches throughout.
And Sean, that's a thing in this sport sometimes, trying to look to counter. It's just sometimes the person getting off first is winning the fight. It's difficult to counter with no gloves, so gotta be careful with that strategy. Gotta be very, very good.
Here's Steve Chaos.
Ladies and gentlemen, time to make this one official. Bout number 3 here at BKFC Fight Night Australia. The end comes officially 1 minute and 9 seconds into round number 2. Your referee, Andrew Glens, calls a stop to this bout. The method of victory is a TKO in favour of your winner, red corner, Asher Jack.
What a victory for Jack. He showed if he was come out with intensity, throwing hard shots, trying to get off first, we have a great chance of victory.
Great sportsmanship and defeat from Chris Drummond. As you see, he exits the BKFC ring with his left eye nearly swollen shut. Asher Jack exits the BKFC ring with an extremely clean face. Jack, heavy volume, heavy pressure, and consistently letting his right hand go off of the jab. Chris Drummond, the Australian, against Asher Jack from New Zealand. Jack setting the tempo over the top rope. And then ferocious with the right hand throughout. The knockdown to the finish in round 2. The winner, by way of second round technical knockout, Asher Jack defeats Chris Drummond. Haze Hepi, born in New Zealand, now based in Australia's Gold Coast. The rematch, the main event for Haze Hepi. Scan the QR code on your screen as our free view is set to end and our main card will begin. Haze Hepi will face the fighter from Poland, now based in Coventry, England, Krzysztof Wisniewski. Wisniewski defeated Heppy by way of third round TKO in Rome. The rematch tonight, BKFC Fight Night Australia.
Wednesday, May 6th, it's blood for blood, 4 bands, 4 brawls. Watch the chaos unfold as Alex the Terrible, frontman of Slaughter to Prevail, performs and fights bare knuckle. It's the Russian Grizzly versus the American Cowboy, Cameron Delano. Also see brutal Jake Boswick versus Roderick Icewater Stewart, plus live performances from Black Label Society, Crowbar, and Malevolence. Heavy hits and heavy metal. Watch live on the BKFC app. Download it, bkfc.com. Friday, May 22nd, the world's most exciting combat sport, Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship returns to Coachella Valley, live from Acrisure Arena in Palm Desert. Watch pro boxing champ Jamal Herring attempt to win his first Bare Knuckle world title against the undefeated Nate Maness. Lightning fast action and knockout power you have to see live to believe. Anything can happen. Avoid the sellout. Get your tickets now at bkfc.com. That's bkfc.com.
BKFC Fight Night Australia, coming to you live from Townsville, is presented by Bucked Up, Feel Like $1 Million. Fubo TV. Ball Boys, skincare for athletes. And by the world's creamiest stout, Forged Irish Stout. It's our BKFC debut in Australia, Fight Night from Queensland. Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship Nation number 12. To our main card we go, and to the heavyweight division we go. The numbers presented by Alp Nicotine Pouches for Patrick Meltoloni versus Fatongi Tunovai.
And Taloni with a 3-inch height advantage, but it's that 8-inch reach advantage he wants to utilize in this fight.
sleep, never